everybody out there, how's it going? Today I'm going to take you through my skincare routine and the items that I like to use. I like to keep things really basic when it comes to my skin. I like to kind of just let my skin do its thing and kind of leave it alone as much as possible when it comes to cleansing and that sort of thing. So I really only use 2 items and then a couple others that I use occasionally. So before I get into my routine, I feel like I should just give a quick chat about the history of my skin. So I have always had very dry skin, skin on the more sensitive side my whole life, and not just on my face but my whole body tends to be on the more dry side. When I was like pre-teen, I want to say, I definitely had very frequent breakouts on my chest and on my back as well, which over the years I did grow out of and it kind of sorted itself out, but I was still prone to those sorts of breakouts even in my early 20s. The state of my skin on my face really went downhill after I had a very severe bacterial infection in my gut. I had C. diff, if any of you guys are familiar with this, also known as C. difficile or Clostridium difficile. So a very severe gut infection I had in 2011. My skin, it broke out so bad. Literally every square inch of my face was just full of just complete acne. After this infection, that gut infection has been the cause for many of the digestive issues that I've had and food intolerances that I've developed over the years. I've struggled with post-infectious IBS over the years, and this is really a whole entirely separate topic and potentially a whole other video that I can make, actually that I do plan on making if you guys are interested in hearing a more in-depth story of my experience. It's one of the reasons why I eat the way that I do and why I avoid certain foods, including grains and that sort of thing. And I noticed a dramatic improvement in my skin after 2 things. After I switched to a more gentle cleanser, which I will share with you in a moment, and after I cut out foods that I was in fact really sensitive to. I haven't experienced any kind of breakout in quite a long period of time. My skin's very settled, it's smooth, and so that's kind of my history with my skin, and I'm just going to jump right into my skincare routine and the items that I use and the things that I do. So I never cleanse my skin in the morning. Like when I wake up, I don't wash my face in the morning. I only cleanse once per day. In the evening before I go to bed is when I will actually use my cleanser, and that's really only if I'm wearing makeup that day, which is most of the time. But if I'm not wearing makeup that day, then I don't cleanse at all whatsoever. I don't wash my face, I don't scrub my face in the morning, at night, anything if I wasn't wearing makeup that day. I think I just really like to leave my skin alone and let it just do its thing as much as possible. Like let it be in its oils, whatever, I just like to just leave it alone for the most part. So like I mentioned, my skincare routine involves 2 items and occasionally a couple others that I will mention in a minute. So my 2 everyday items are my cleanser. This is by Leave-In. This is their botanical cleanser. I have used this cleanser for about 2 years now, and it has worked super well with my skin. It's very gentle. I've definitely shared this in one of my other like evening routine videos or whatever. It's very gentle, very like clean ingredients. It has lavender in here, and it's very non-drying because I've used quite a few different cleansers over the years, even some of the ones that are more natural based, and they have been very drying on my skin. And I find that if I have something that's too over drying on my face, then my skin doesn't react too well with it, just because my skin by nature is a little bit more on the dry side. It also removes makeup really well. It even removes mascara really well. I basically just splash my face with some warm water, and then I will put a little bit of the cleanser on my hand, rub it in a bit, and then just massage it into my face and take off my mascara with it, and then I'll just rinse it off with some water. Something else that I will also sometimes do is I will use a washcloth after I cleanse, just to kind of really take everything off. I don't actually use a washcloth every single night, but I definitely do use a nice warm, sometimes kind of hot washcloth. And I just sometimes like to really gently let it just sort of sit on my face, and it just really feels kind of extra soothing and my skin feels extra clean. And then I'll just rinse with some cool water. And then the only other item that I use after I cleanse is my moisturizer, and this is grapeseed oil. And I have really been liking grapeseed oil. I'm fairly new to using just plain oils on my face for moisturization. But I've really been loving it. I'm definitely still interested in exploring other types of oils though. I'd like to try avocado oil, apricot kernel, like maybe an almond oil, and then some of the other more therapeutic skin oils like tamanu, rosehip, those sorts of things. So if you guys have any tips on maybe making your own blends, or if you guys use oils on your face, do let me know in the comments below, because I'm super interested in kind of making my own little concoctions. But for now, yeah, I've been loving grapeseed oil, and so I just put a little bit on my hand and basically just massage it into my skin for a few seconds, maybe 30 seconds or so, just to really have it absorb into the skin. And for the longest time I was quite wary of using oils on my face because I thought that they would make me break out. I always thought that it seemed like oils didn't work that well with my skin, but actually it's been totally fine. My skin feels so soft afterward. So I have two other items that I will use occasionally on my skin. So these aren't necessarily everyday items, they're just items that I will use sometimes. And so the first item that I have here is a facial mist. This is by Osea. This is their C vitamin boost. It's lovely ingredients. It's pomegranate and honeysuckle. It's just kind of a nice mist. I also really like this other grape skin or grape juice mist by Caudalie that I actually had first ever tried when I was in France. I don't have any left, but I would like to pick up another bottle of that. I like to use this after I have cleansed, and it's just really just because it's kind of refreshing and it's cooling and it's very soothing. That's why I'll use it. And then the only other item that I will do very occasionally, and I like to emphasize very occasionally, is a facial scrub, a little homemade facial scrub. And I don't like to use it all of the time because I'm not huge into exfoliating or exfoliating regularly, because my skin is generally a little bit more sensitive by nature. I don't want to be scrubbing it daily or anything like that. And again, I also just like to kind of let my skin be as much as possible. So honestly, maybe like once a month, I will just do a little scrub on my face just to remove any dead skin or dry skin that I might see, that I can actually visibly see on my face. I find that it's really nice, helps my skin to feel extra smooth right after. So basically, honestly, all I do is about 1 tablespoon of coconut oil and half a tablespoon of coconut sugar, or you can use raw sugar or any kind of finely ground sugar, and that's it, those 2 ingredients, and it's basically a little sugar scrub. And then I'll just put some on my hands, and I will just kind of gently rub it into my face and kind of just put it all over my forehead, on my cheeks, on my nose, and kind of right here as well, just to get off any dry skin. And yeah, really simple. There's lots of different homemade facial scrubs that you can make, and so that's what I do. So that's it for my skincare routine for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you use any of these things, or if you use similar things to this, or how you like to take care of your skin naturally. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for weekly videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!